Have you ever heard of Nightwalkers? No, I don't mean the horror game, nor a leisurely stroll at night. Nightwalking is where people explore parks, mangroves and nature trails after dark to spot nocturnal wildlife. It's part discovery and part adventure because you're seeing a side of the city that most people never get to experience. Hi, I'm Shiya and we'll be showing you the dark side of Singapore, literally. Now let's hope we don't see anything that's not wildlife.
Hello. Hi, I am Leon, a student currently studying in Republic Polytechnic, taking environmental and marine science. I like to go on night walks for fun, and since you'll be joining me today, here's something you will need.
Ooh, a flashlight. So is there anything dangerous or anything to look out for later?
So there won't be anything dangerous to us as long as we be respectful. Firstly, we've got to make sure to just go in nature areas that are open 24/7. Next, we got to make sure to not handle any of the wildlife here and do not pluck any of the fauna. Lastly, we just have to watch our volume, be quiet, and just have fun.
Getting this flashlight was one thing, but I figured that we should learn what proper night walking looks like. So before heading out, I spoke to someone who does night walks all the time.
Hi, my name is MJ and I'm the co-founder of a science and educational media company called Just Keep Thinking. On top of our videos, we also conduct many nature-related programs, including guided walks at night.
My first night walk was actually at Old Upper Thomson Road area over here. I started around April 2025 and since then I've been going maybe like 2 times a month. Now it's more frequent. First started going on night walks because I found the biodiversity in Singapore very interesting and I thought like, hey, why not just go out there, explore and find all these animals that I've seen online, find them in real life.
For Singapore, being a very small country, right, I think sometimes it's a little bit hard when you compare to other bigger countries, especially when you're in the nature community. But the fact that Singapore is such a small island state and then we have buildings everywhere and nature and urban residents have to coexist together. The fact that we can still have small patches on wildlife, I think that's pretty amazing in itself. Our biggest nature reserves, they're right in the heart and center of Singapore. Like, yeah, when other countries you have to travel like don't know how many hours to visit a nature area, for Singapore it's right in the middle of the island. In an area where there's tall HDBs, right, you can have a patch of mangrove forest. Even though it's small, there's so much wildlife there. So like this makes me realize that Singapore it's small but it's so unique and special that the wildlife can actually like more or less coexist.
Night walking is basically like a very fun pastime activity. You can essentially just bond with a lot of people when you're going out here, and the best part is you're gonna see a lot of cool animals that a lot of people don't know we have in Singapore. So something I wish I knew when I first started going on night walks is that there are certain areas to look out for certain animals. For example, when I first started night walking, I didn't know that snakes could be found even on the trees, on the ground, and I was just looking blindly everywhere.
I think in the daytime, when people can see things more easily, right? We kind of roughly know what's around us. But nighttime is the one where people don't really dare to go out at night, and they also don't know what's around at night. I mean, you can have a torchlight, but also you don't know what you're looking for. You can't really tell what you're seeing and where to look at in the first place. Also, in Singapore, there's only very few places that you can actually explore at night, especially nature places. So most of the parks and definitely nature reserves, they are closed from 7 PM onwards.
So something I hope you can take away from today's night walk would be that there's a very wide range of biodiversity here in Singapore and that a lot of animals are actually misunderstood. So for examples would be your snake. Recently there has been a lot of cases of snakes being found in urban areas and there are a lot of people who just harm them, because they're scared of the snake. But actually if you leave these snakes alone, the snakes will also leave you alone.
After every night walk, we usually get feedback from participants and all of them did mention that they enjoyed themselves and it surprises them how much wildlife there is in Singapore, even at night. Like they might have visited the place in the day, but at night they feel like it's actually more alive. It's nice to see, people appreciating the amount of biodiversity that we have and really feeling for the animals, and I think that's the goal that we want to bring to the participants as well, to nurture that love by knowing what's around you. So I think these are important ways to raise awareness and make conservation more well known to the public.
So what motivates me to continue going on night walks is because there's so much biodiversity that I have not seen in real life in Singapore. Every time I go on a night walk, I will see a new animal, so I think that's quite cool.
Personally for me, I know I started nurturing this love for nature when I experienced night walk and other types of nature walks for the first time. So I hope that this experience will be that spark and that seed for many other people as well. I mean, you cannot love what you don't know, so like knowing what you have around you is the first step, and this is such a good way to get to know the wildlife residents living around us. So hopefully that love will nurture into that motivation to protect what they have left. So hopefully this love from the knowledge that they've gained will evolve into the motivation to protect what's around them, what we have left here, and our wildlife residents will survive for generations to come.
Singapore is very different at night. Night walks give a rare glimpse into a side of the city that often goes unnoticed, teaching people patience, respect, and curiosity for wildlife in Singapore. For those willing to slow down and look closer, you'll realize that even in the heart of a city, nature is never far.